Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Sci Fridays and Star Wars Afterlight Skies, our Star Wars Edge of the Empire actual play stream. I am the executive producer here at Final Show Films, John, and I now turn it over to our game master for the evening, Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron, and I'm running this group through Star Wars Edge of the Empire, which is one of the Star Wars RPG systems. Back to John.
I'm playing Sensaku, an Ichani Seeker, and I am rolling my destiny, which is one dark side. So
oh, goody. At least nothing's changed since last time.
We know where I stand today.
This is 3 weeks in a row for you.
It is. Dun, dun, dun.
It's establishing a habit to work.
Yeah, randomness is definitely establishing a habit.
Yep.
It's randomness from the dice. For your character, is it truly random?
Who knows? So yeah, that's me.
Okay. Kat?
I am Kat. I am playing Powder, the surgical droid. I shall roll my destiny. Ooh, another dark side.
That's not a good thing.
Says
sounds
you.
like a good thing to me.
You're supposed to spend them like popcorn. It shouldn't really matter where they start. I say when they're in my favor.
Yeah, right. Like, I'm gonna spend a dark side and upgrade that point. Oh, look, you shot each other.
Hey, I only can do that when you're already trying to shoot each other.
You do have a point.
And Praz, fuck Cody.
No, I go by Praz in real life
not
now.
easy,
Cody
is
is my character name. No, I'm Cody. I'm playing Praz, the Zabrak Commando, and I too will roll destiny. 2 light side to make up for you dark side heathens.
Nice.
Okay?
All my friends are heathen. Take it slow.
Oh, God. Thank you. I needed that song in my head for the next 20 years.
I could have done it. I could have done it melodically if you wanted.
No, that's fine. I'm good.
Let's not
I
get
actually
talking
like it, but-
strike, Jeremy.
Yes, I'm Jeremy, and I am playing Luxira the Zeltron, who is having an identity crisis at the moment.
What?
But gave us 2 light side points, so
Nice.
good for Lux.
Very cool, very cool.
Yay for Lux and her identity crises.
All right, and now that we've been introduced to all of our characters, we get to confirm that no one is having a particularly strenuous day beyond all of the strenuous things that are currently happening to all of you.
You're right.
Not mechanically inflicting any strain at the moment.
Oh, good.
Nothing? Awesome.
Yay. That means
Beyond
I just have my 4 strain from.
beyond what you may have previously suffered.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
what
I only have
from
my
strain.
2.
Oh no, that's right. Because
I don't have any.
I got nothing.
Didn't you have some strain from 2 episodes ago? Or
No.
did you manage to get rid of all of that?
Yeah.
Me?
Us.
Oh,
Yeah, I got rid of that.
Okay.
Discipline checks.
And passing out.
No, I never passed out.
As John talks about the episode he wasn't here for, with a startling amount of confidence that makes me question things I remember.
I'm good like that.
Yeah, that's
Now-
exactly why he does it.
Previously on Afterlight Skies, our heroes descended to a bizarre rogue planet with bioluminescent moss, those giant glowing trees with heat, and a breathable atmosphere for who knows what reason. They met some interesting elements of a society that seemed to be primarily comprised of Zeltron with a few other members. You actually didn't quite get to meet. But notably, Senstaku reunited with his old mentor, who apparently has embraced the ways of the Sith. This triggered some emotions that seem to tap into something fundamental about this planet, and force powers were had.
That's a very passive way to say it.
But it is not inaccurate,
Nope.
and it is all-encompassing.
Very
The
true.
Force happened all over the place.
The Force did seem to happen quite a bit.
It
Depending
just
on your
sprayed
ideology,
everywhere.
The Force got on everything.
They also met a new member of their group, a medical droid named Powder, who seems to have some memory issues. And as they were departing for anywhere but here, super specific and helpful for planning, guys, Powder was trying to access their memories and determine if they were familiar with any locations or places that they might want to go.
I didn't say anywhere but here. I said wherever the rebellion is. That was my. And then Lux smashed the comlink.
Indeed.
It had it coming. Because it was
Thanks,
using
I really
your
needed
voice.
that song in my head for a really long time.
That was unintentional.
Okay, sorry. I will not start singing Chicago. I promise.
The reason it had it coming is because it was speaking with Sen's voice.
I don't know what the problem there was.
A grave offense in any system.
I will
Now-
jettison
Apparently.
all of you.
I did nothing. I did nothing wrong. So I believe ReRun asked for a destination.
Of where you're going. Powder having brought forth the possibly relevant, possibly just something stuck in their memory, location of the crossroads.
What is the crossroads?
This is not something you guys are going to have to roll for because all of you, sans maybe Powder because memory issues, have been there before.
Oh, that place.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I was pretty
That's
sure
the
that's
shape
where
of
it was.
That's right.
Where you started the game.
I love
Oh,
how just
good.
everyone's just like, oh yeah.
Oh, good.
Shit.
You broke your
Right.
comlink. You don't know.
No, I don't.
No, because did Lux leave after she broke the comlink?
Lux was
Yeah.
that's right, because you weren't on the ship at that point.
Hmm?
You said that and then Lux smashed it and went to her room. Yes.
Okay, so you don't know because
Yes, this is correct.
So
Okay.
I'm assuming this it's roughly at this point is where I'm getting to the ship, because everybody except for Praz and I were there already. So
because I know the last thing that happened was ReRun asked for what did Jax
a
put in the
destination.
thing?
He asked for
Yeah,
a destination.
Right.
Yes.
Um,
And
that's
that's when you
Powder
offered the
said
possibility of crossroads.
So as I get on the ship, the first thing I notice is apparently a land speeder.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Look over at Praz. Was that you?
Nope.
Why is there a land speeder in my cargo bay? On the comlink.
There's some very smug whistling.
Can I hear that? Is that
Um,
like a ship-wide, on the ship-wide comms, or is that too
Given
specific?
that ReRun has control of the ship-wide comms, yes, you probably hear
Okay.
about land speeder.
So she hits her comms, the comm from her room. Because your larcenous droid decided to steal one.
ReRun is his own man. He doesn't belong to anybody, first of all.
And Powder will look as soon as hearing that and going, I was assured it was not stolen.
Second of all, ReRun's also a very good liar. And I will just close the cargo bay door.
The comms open again, this time with shouting, "You know I mean your droid as in your friend, that sort of your... Don't play fucking coy with me." Sounds of frustration and something getting hit, and then the comms shut off again.
Closes. Rerun, just queue up a couple of destinations that might be potentially easy to get to from here, and we'll pick in a minute. I'll let him make that astrogation. And I'm gonna head over to Lux's escape pod.
I will.
I can't whistle.
There you go.
That is not the tone I was going for.
Powder will once
Sorry.
again reiterate to rerun Crossroads.
So yeah, I go.
Rerun will to you in
Yeah, binary.
say rerun lines because I'm not Jack. Do you have coordinates?
Do I have coordinates?
Thinking back, you do. They are embedded in the parts of your memory you can still access.
All right, then I will give rerun the coordinates.
Okay. Rerun will take those and queue up that and a few other possibilities, including Dantooine. Why the hell not?
Why the hell not?
You kind of have a base of operations. And the astrogation roll.
Yeah, because isn't the crossroad one of those places that moves?
Yes, it's a ship and it moves around.
Yeah.
All of you would be aware the coordinates are usually kept kind of secret of where it is
Yeah.
at any given time.
So who knows if the coordinates that Powder knows is actually correct, but you know.
Yeah. Praz is gonna go to his room and just avoid that whole storm that Senstaku seems on. Poking.
Yeah, I'll go to
Mm-hmm.
the escape pod. Cling, cling, cling.
Long beat. What?
Want to talk?
Smaller beat, and then the door opens. Do I look like I want to talk? Does anything in the last... I don't even know how long it's been right now. Remotely suggest that I want to talk.
Yes.
This is why I do the reading of people and not you.
Well, want and need might be being confused here, but you seem stressed. It would probably help to talk.
Yeah, there's a little bit of stress. I mean, no, like she's completely flummoxed at the moment. She's trying to say words and they're not
Let me make
coming
it
out.
easier. Is there anything you want to ask me about? Because I'm sure you have a lot of questions pertaining to me and what happened back there.
Okay, so that was your...
Master.
That word, by the way, is so fucking creepy.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
I just have to point that out. And he's...
A Sith.
Yeah.
He didn't used to be.
Okay. I don't know much about that whole thing other than not good. I know a little, but not much. But and he's here,
Correct.
and we came here on the suggestion of your little eyeless friend.
Yes. Apparently he knew her from before. I don't know how she knew he was here. Actually, do you have that holocron, by the way?
That's a good question. Do I? Yes, actually, I probably still do. Unless it fell out randomly.
Unless you want to have lost it.
No. Oh yeah, here.
Take it. I'm not sure what she thought would happen, but I'm pretty certain it wasn't that.
So she had... I think it's safe to assume if she knew that you knew this person, you probably would not suspect, you probably would not be aware, and she didn't bother to tell you any of this.
Correct.
You got some fucked up friends.
Wouldn't call her a friend. More an acquaintance.
That's fair, I suppose. So now what?
Well, I did sort of tell my former master that I was going to go and restore balance to the Force by ridding the world of the evil he had become like. So I think I sort of followed your lead and swore myself to a rebellion that has little to no hope of succeeding.
I'm so full of conflicted feelings right now.
Me too.
I mean, yay. I'm good. Good. Lost causes are the best causes. It's nice to see you finally take a side. Yeah. That's about all I got.
Have you known about your Force powers for long?
Fuck no.
But you've never...
No. See, I am chalking this up to some weird thing with Zeltron and this fucking rock.
You can't think of...
And I'm gonna hope and pray. I don't know to what, but I am. That once we leave, that all goes away.
She sort of stands there and does the mouth open, mouth closed thing for a second. It's not going to.
We'll just see. I mean, where my people are, they're, I don't You know what? Let's just find out, and then if not, we will cross that bridge when we come to it, and I'll do something. I don't even know. But I don't,
It's just curious to me because typically such particular talents would have shown themselves in certain ways much earlier. I don't suppose there's ever any time you can recall where you had a feeling that you followed and it proved to be true.
And I don't know if you've realized this about me yet. I am not a person who dwells on my past a lot. So I haven't thought about that.
No, you're not a person that dwells on the past, but you are a person that takes meticulous notes.
Not that I can recall, but maybe. I mean, I don't know. I shut myself down for a long period of time. So, I don't know. I don't know if that had something to do with anything, but...
Well, when you're ready to find answers, I'm here.
Okay.
In the meantime, do you have any suggestions as to where we should go? I believe Crossroads was brought up.
Why?
I don't know. It wouldn't be my particular choice of destination, but...
Who suggested it?
One of the droids?
Oh, let's go find out.
I'll step to the one side and let Lux lead the way.
Yep.
And we head to the cockpit.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, head to the cockpit.
Where the droids are.
Several sets of coordinates have been queued up, including Crossroads, yeah.
Okay.
What theoretically would be Crossroads,
Yeah.
assuming that Powder's info is correct.
Where are we? Okay.
I've got a couple options.
Yeah.
So, looking at the two droids, who thought of Crossroads?
Powder will point to their face.
Why?
I do not know. A destination was asked for. It came to mind.
Look over at Lux. See, that makes me think that this droid is a trap.
That's terrifying. Okay. Powder, how about we come here? I'd like to do a little more checking perhaps in your system, see if we can maybe cross-reference, figure out why that's the case. What relevance that might be. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay. That's a start. Let's try this. And yeah, Lex is gonna try to scan
Here we go, get
through.
hooked up again.
Yep. Yay, something for Lex to focus on that isn't her.
Alright, difficulty 3 with a setback die.
Okay.
Computers check, because you're doing something pretty specific, and I believe you can remove that computers check with an ability. But
Is there anything that I can do to help facilitate?
Yeah, I have a thing.
given that this is your own mind that's being accessed, I'll say that instead of just a traditional boost die, Lux can actually upgrade her roll once for your assistance.
Yeah, does this count as breaking codes or decrypting communications?
Yes, essentially.
Okay, so then, yeah, I remove a setback die and the difficulty decreases by 1.
Okay. So then for you it would be difficulty 2.
Okay.
And with Powder giving this their own focus.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a celebration that I was the one who fucked up the genders this time?
Just a little. Just a tiny.
Fair enough.
Like, yeah, I'm not the only one who does it.
Oh, you are far from the only person that does it.
See,
Well, no,
every
even
final
for Powder, though.
thing, or anytime Aaron's own pronouns are referenced.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Alright,
at this point,
so-
Powder doesn't know if they have a gender or not.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
that will show up at some point. Who knows?
True.
and that's
So
up
it was
to
an
you.
upgrade from...
Upgrade as opposed
Okay.
to what would typically be a boost die.
Okay. And I will flip a light side point for another one.
Okay. And I want to note for those listening at home, I am homebrewing this a little bit because it's an unusual situation.
So let's see. 2. Okay, ideally this roll should go well. But it's me, so it won't. Hey, 4 successes.
Hey.
I was going to say, it's going to be
Don't
hard
hurt yourself.
to go poorly, but that's pretty as poorly as the bad dice could have rolled.
It's almost like the Force was with you now, Jeremy.
Welcome to the Force, bitch.
I'm above you.
You
yes,
can't
take
do
it.
that. You technically use the light side.
Mm-hmm.
You did.
Actually, you can. You just incur strain.
Yeah.
If you take the right ability trees. Anyway. So with 4 successes, you are able to access the pieces of code and memory that Powder essentially directs you to. That indicate Crossroads as a relevant flagged location and a destination. The data seems recent.
Okay.
It's a little hard to tell how recent because the wipe has taken out a lot of the specific dating and like system order that a droid have. But pretty recent, surprisingly so. Definitely more recent than the last time you guys were at Crossroads, which was a month ago, maybe, at this point.
Okay.
The other, there's definitely a lot of things it's been connected to, but unfortunately many of them have been deleted. It does seem like there's other locations that are within Powder's memory core with 4 successes. Another one that you pick up on is Tatooine. Also seems to be flagged similarly.
Okay. Well, I'll throw all that toss all that data over to Sin's console.
So, yes, looking more and more like somebody who wants us to go to Crossroads, and I'd rather not do that. How about you?
I mean, do we have a better choice?
Well, we can head back to Dantooine. We could go to Tatooine. Tatooine's probably not my first choice, but it's not my last.
You guys can make a knowledge outer rim check.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I was trying to. How much would I know about difficulty?
Difficulty of 2.
Okay.
Though specify whether you want like more information about the locations you already have, or if you want to figure out new possible locations.
Failure! I was thinking of other alternatives, but apparently Not.
I was thinking of the ones we already have, to be honest.
Tatooine's the one all covered in sand, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I got 2
Just
successes and
making
2
sure.
threats.
For some reason I didn't roll. Hold on. There we go. Ah, just 2 failures. Praz, save us.
I already did. I rolled 2 successes and 2 threats.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So,
what I
Kaz,
mean.
Which
Save
one
us.
were you looking at?
I was just thinking of if we're just thinking of other places, if I might know another planet that has had rumors of possible
Well-
resistance or anything like that. If that's what
Should
we're
I
going.
roll 2 just because?
Given that you prompted this roll, you can't really make it, unfortunately, in this
All right.
specific instance.
Also, we're
sorry.
inside your brain currently. We know everything you know.
Well, that's not true. But okay.
Yeah, that's not quite how trying to read a droid's memories work, but so
What's
Praz, something that actually notably comes to mind for you is that you do have another potentially related, possibly unrelated trail that you could follow up on. You were asked by your clan to investigate Dorian Ross.
That's right. I do have that in my notes.
And there's a possibility, Lux floated the possibility that he was vaguely connected to someone rebellion related that you guys have maybe smuggled.
you mean
But they
like,
didn't have a
little
last.
tenuous, but it is a direction to go.
Yeah, but they didn't have a last known location other than that the clan is just looking for them. So that could just be anywhere. I can hit them up and see if they found anything in the last few days that we've been out of contact.
I mean, we have a potential.
You have a fairly strong potential lead and a few more tenuous leads.
Yeah.
We have a potential line on Dorian, was it?
Dorian is the one that Praz is looking for, yeah.
meanwhile, in Powder, oh look, the System 32 folder. Delete.
Okay, let's clarify that Zen cannot actually access any of this. He just has copied some of the data that Lux has sent
I
him.
was joking. I don't think droids in Star Wars run off Windows.
Let's hope not. I mean, seriously. Has that name been named? Let's try that again. Has that name been mentioned out loud in front of Powder?
Not until this moment, I don't think.
Yeah, not until just now.
Would that name register at all for me?
It registers as a name. It's not someone who is familiar to you.
Okay.
Do we want
So
to...
if we want to go hunting, chasing after this lead, we have someone we can talk to.
Who do we have that we can talk to?
Carter?
Wait, was Dorian Ross one of the people frozen in carbonite?
Dorian was no, but Latico Ross was the senator from the Lahara sector
Got it.
who was.
Got it.
Carter.
Sure, so that would be back to Antitonic, wouldn't it?
Assumedly. No, wait, don't we have a communicator for her? Didn't she?
Have contact info for Carter
Yeah.
and a private line.
You want to give her a call?
Sure. Before I do, I need to know how much information.
Just leave my clan
I
out
can't
of it,
just
but
ring. I can't just ring Carter up and say, "Hey, you know that senator that we? Do you know anything about her?"
no, just you don't have to mention the senator at all. Just say that we're looking for a Doreen Ross. If there's any connection, she'll make it.
I think she knows we know that was Latico.
Yeah, no, I think we told her as much.
Yeah. That would be playing
No,
dumb a
no.
bit too much.
Simply, we've come across some information that requires us to look into the activities of one Doreen Ross. Do you have any information about them? Like, you don't have to say where we came up with the information, just that we have it and we're looking for it.
Right. All right.
I mean, and it would
Hell.
it would be helpful if we could find this person.
Yeah, they know that I take bounties, so
That's not necessarily if we're
But it's-
speaking with somebody that helped Latico
I-
get away, assumedly.
I know.
That's not.
but that's the thing. If there's some if they
Yeah,
assume
no, I
that
can
there's a
frame
bounty out
this.
for the person, yeah.
I
If
can
I'm-
frame this. It's fine.
If I
It's-
get out there in front
yeah.
of it, then yeah.
Let's
that was sort of
let's
the
get
plan.
away from this body of planet, just in case it interferes with the communication stuff.
Yes.
And
We aren't away from the planet yet.
No, we're still sitting on planet.
Oh no, because I can. Yeah, no. Let's go. Get off this fucking rock.
I'm gonna have ReRun put in Dantooine.
All right.
It's a nice centralized location nearby.
And Dantooine.
As Aaron's like, God damn you people.
Okay, you successfully navigate to Dantooine, and Jack would
Okay.
probably want me to note that he's very good at this.
And I
What is that?
will
Where success is a triumph and a threat. Yeah.
pilot away.
So yeah, once we are away from planet orbit, I will give Carter a.
Do I need to make a
I will
piloting
get.
roll?
Sure, make me a piloting roll.
Oh.
Difficulty 3 for asking.
Let's see how
me.
this goes before I start
Difficulty
contacting
three.
people,
Um.
because we may need those lines for a distress call.
The distress
need-
call is on a separate system.
Alright.
That
Okay,
just so
let's
happened to be
I
cannibalized.
may need to make
by-
a distress call.
I was gonna say, I'm sure ReRun's already taken all of the parts
Also, I'm
out of the
flipping the dark
distress
side
call.
point.
Oh, sorry. You flipping a thing?
Yes.
Oh, well, then I need to roll again. Upgrade 3 difficulty. Blam! Wow.
Oh, that's a
So I'm
Okay.
gonna take the 2 strain.
What is-
I'm gonna take the 2 strain for the 2 success there.
Okay,
and
I don't know
so
that
that's-
symbol in the
so
middle.
that's 2 advantage, a despair,
That is despair.
and 2 success.
That's the opposite of the triumph. It's just a little weird because for some reason they felt the need to make it like a cookie cutter
3D.
shape.
Yeah. Okay.
I needed to make it look like it was the
it's-
sigil to summon the elder gods.
It's the symbol of the,
I mean-
I believe it's the symbol of the Sith.
It can be. It probably is. Though the way that it's formatted in the Roll20 results is sort of unnecessary.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
I mean, it probably can be both of those things.
So yeah, so 2
Is that a-
advantage.
Good roll.
No, it's not. A despair and 2 successes.
Okay.
I mean, that could be worse.
There's a little bit of a lurch as you take off, but you seem to be fine. And it's snacking and go to hyperspace.
Something's on the ship.
yeah, land speeder. Somebody forgot to tie it down.
The land speeder goes slanting into a wall. Pins powder to the wall.
And thus dies powder. Alright.
So,
Rocks
yeah,
fall, everyone dies.
once we are successfully moving, then
I
I
think powder's still
contact
hooked
her.
up, isn't they?
Okay. You contact. You put out your thing to contact Carter, who
Mhm.
she doesn't pick up instantly, but picks up pretty quickly. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
it's Lux.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
crap. How are you doing?
So I've got a question, possibly a favor, but just in terms of information. So we are we got word through one of our pipelines that a group of bounty hunters was seeking out more information on a Dorian Ross.
Dorian.
Yeah.
Let's see if she knows that name. That's what happens when you pull out the NPCs.
You ready for anything?
You see, the PC's strategy, for planning this entire game session was, let's figure out what Aaron might not think of to utilize, and let's utilize it without informing them of this.
That's
Solely just that.
That's the player character strategy for all Final Show Films games. Jeremy, what are you talking about?
It's like that. What? How is that different
I mean,
from everything else?
I can herd you guys fairly well in Eberron.
So,
except for a few.
Dorian, I think I've heard that name once or twice.
I mean, I know that that cargo that we carried for you was tied to the Ross name.
Oh, that's probably Luis probably mentioned him. I don't know why that guy would have a bounty, but well,
What do you know about him?
What?
Because
We're
we're trying to potentially get ahead of this because we heard about it and our immediate thought was, wait a minute, Ross, well, this can't be necessarily a good thing. So we're hoping to get a little ahead of it.
If it is related, Dorian Ross would be, I guess Ludico's husband would be the best word.
Okay.
Luis knew him barely. A kind of reclusive guy, worked for some tech startup type thing. Honestly, most I know about him is that he's probably still in the Lahara sector.
Okay.
Like, despite our mutual relationship, I don't actually know the Rosses directly at all.
Okay. No, that's fair. All right. Well, we'll definitely pass along. We might be.
But sorry, I gotta go. Wolf, don't blow that up.
All right. Have fun.
You hear the apparently, Carter has an interesting life story.
Apparently. So go find Sen. How you like taking a trip to the Lahara sector?
How do I like taking a trip to the Lahara sector?
You do like taking a trip to the Lahara sector.
And I do like taking a trip to
Dorian
the
is Lidiko's husband.
Okay.
Runs a tech startup, or did, and as far as Carter knows, that's the last place he was.
I don't suppose he's the man behind those really irritating battle droids, is he?
Which ones? Oh, no. No. Fuck no.
I'm just saying that if we turn a corner and suddenly I start hearing Roger, Roger, I might have to kill something.
I'll help.
All
You
right.
guys don't need to make a roll. No, not the same person.
Yeah. But yeah, I figure, husband, even if it's not related to our overarching goals, husband of a senator, potentially people want to hunt him down. That's either going to be helping out our new friends or worth some money to our friends.
So we need to plot a course for the capital city of the capital planet of the Laharo sector.
I mean, that'd be the best place to start. I'll see what I can find about this tech startup.
Find out. We'll stop in Dantooine to resupply and head that way then.
Cool.
ReRun, if you want to look up navigational coordinates for the capital world of that sector. That's what
Every time
that's what
we think we're
astrogation
going one
droids are
place,
for.
we're going a different place.
Give me a second to do that. But just actually, I'll say just make your check. ReRun is just going to be awesome until Jack gets here.
Wait.
This entire episode is us going to be changing locations mid-space.
No, it's actually fine. I wrote up like 9 different places you might be going and full episodes worth of content for each of them. You're
Nice.
Yeah,
good. I'm just going to have to ball up and throw away a lot of that. It's fine.
Save it for later.
Yep.
You never know when it'll come back.
So,
We're going to turn around actually back to Dantooine mid-trip on the way here.
Oh,
No.
damn it! I
Okay.
forgot.
so quite seriously, where are you going?
So we're stopping at Dantooine to resupply. See if there's anything
Okay.
we need to get while we're there, and then we're heading to the capital world of that sector, whatever the capital world is.
You're about a day or 2 out from Dantooine.
Okay.
So we gotta
Does Powder know anything about Dantooine?
trigger the MP. No.
This is your call. Do you have any sort of HoloNet uplink? Did you install the internet in your brain? Or do you want the internet installed in your brain?
Sure, why not?
Okay. Then you know the basics about Dantooine, yes. Dantooine is a fairly large, somewhat colonized commercial planet for the Outer Rim. No relation to Tatooine despite the similar naming convention.
Okay.
Or some really, really historical relationship that I don't particularly care about because it's in the books.
Some random creator of the universe decided, fuck it, I'm not putting any effort in on that particular day when he was naming planets.
I think the lore explanation is that Tuine is a suffix that means 2 suns.
Which is fine.
There you go.
I think that's the lore explanation. I'm not 100% certain on that, but
That is quite
As
an
far as I can tell,
explanation.
there's multiple different lore explanations depending on who you ask.
I was
But
gonna say
yes.
that is quite an effective explanation to cover up the fact that George Lucas can't name planets to save his life.
I don't think he named Dantooine.
Okay, we don't
Oh,
need
no,
to
he
be
did.
throwing stones
Sorry.
in this glass house I have
Sorry.
created, so
Sorry.
no, it's fine.
Dantooine was in the movies. Anyways,
It's great.
so yeah. Do we have anything that we need to get while we're on Dantooine, crew? Have we run
check.
through all of our medical supplies?
I still haven't used it.
Oh, yeah. Powder
I
would probably
understand.
check and see what medical supplies are on the ship.
We have 3 med kits
We should buy
I
more
have
med
some
kits.
stim packs.
And more stim
I
packs.
have 10 stim packs myself and 1 emergency med pack.
What do I have? I know I bought stuff.
I remember
still
very
have-
You
specifically.
probably
'Cause
have more than the rest of the ship combined.
we bought I remember specifically because the first place we were at that we could buy stuff, I bought 4 med kits. I walked into the med bay, which was the recreation room, chose
Engine
engine room. Chose one of the cabinets, opened it up, put them in, and it's like med bay started. Kunk.
So I would like to buy rations, med packs, stim packs, things like that.
Okay, Dantooine's fairly large. You can find all of those at standard market rate.
Sweet.
And really, there isn't much of a cap unless you're buying like in huge bulk
Nope.
army supply quantities.
Nope, I'm not. I'm just trying to figure out where the pricing on those are.
Oh, I already have the page up.
Med
is
packs are 400.
credits.
All right, how much are rations?
Rations
don't
are.
Are you all going shopping?
Like that, I don't know.
No.
I don't
Lux is letting Sen do the shopping this time around because after we get off the planet and she realizes that this shit is not going away, she doesn't say anything, but she's not leaving the ship at the moment because the idea of that kind of stuff freaks her out right now. So she's trying her best not to show it.
I don't think I have any more money,
Ration packs.
but I would probably go with Sen to get like
Right.
med supplies and
So
stuff.
in terms of money, your credits should be listed.
Oh yeah, well I don't
did
have
check
enough
all
for
of
really
your
anything.
Credits before this episode started because there was a real possibility you're going to need to spend something.
I have 310 as of whatever. But I don't know how I would make more money, so
Good question.
exactly.
Right.
So I'll buy 1 med pack for 400 credits, and do we have a price on ration packs?
No, I don't have a price, but I found them in the book, but I can't find them. I can't find the actual price.
Huh.
That must mean they're free.
Right?
Exactly.
Why?
Exactly.
No.
Free food.
No.
You
Oh, they're here with the
you can
drugs.
dumpster
Oh,
dive.
wait, I'm
That
sorry.
is always an option in my systems.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. This is Star Wars, not Star Trek. Food isn't free.
Food isn't free.
No,
Dumpster
food
diving
costs
is very
Oh,
risky
ration packs are
possibility.
5.
5
5
credits.
credits.
Food is in portions.
Yes, it is.
How many portions? Okay, so I'll buy 100 credits worth of rations just to bulk up this, just so that we are assuredly
So we don't
to
starve
have
to death.
food. Yes.
Okay, I'm actually gonna buy another emergency med pack.
Okay.
So
Because now that I know that there are 3 fleshy beings on this ship.
all right. So I bought another med pack for the ship and 100 credits worth of rations, which should be
You are in the
a lot.
correct vicinity of fleshy beings that may need that sort of assistance. Yes.
And then as I get back and set coordinates and fly.
Okay.
Yeah, so now I only have a single normal med pack, but I now have 3 emergency med packs. Just in case.
How long is the trip from Dantooine to wherever we're going?
Yeah.
2,000 years.
Up, buckle up.
It may have been estimated in terms of you guys going directly to places.
Yeah, that was estimated via just impulse drives and not hyperspace. If you walk,
You will never get there.
Did you know that Google Maps will let you walk like anywhere?
yes.
Mhm.
Even through the ocean. I have looked up how long it would take to walk from Chicago to London. It's funny. I don't remember how long now, but it's a funny thing.
I would like to.
Topical Shark Week joke, maybe. I don't even know if that's topical anymore.
No, it's
I
not.
don't
Shark
know.
Week is
Okay.
over.
It would take.
You're close. It was only like a week and a half ago, I think, that it then.
It would take you 9 years to walk to the moon,
Well then.
assuming you could
All
walk
right.
straight up.
And assuming gravity worked, it also, you know what?
Let's just stop
It's
that
gonna
line.
take you probably. It's actually probably going to take you about a week and a half to get to the Lahara sector. It's a ways from
Okay.
here.
Set it up. Punch it.
So plenty of time to be on the ship with your issues.
Then,
Right?
Plenty
then,
of time for Powder to learn some choice phrases from ReRun.
then I walk past Praz and Lux into the lounge area.
Oh, Cody, check your PMs.
Open up a cabinet where I had stashed most of the rations, and pull out a hitherto unknown bottle that I bought while I was out.
Gimme.
I walk over and get a couple of glasses, put them on the table, open it up, pour out 3 glasses.
You're forgiven for half of the things that I suspect that you've done and haven't told me.
Sit down and drink mine. And
Okay. I'm going to require some sort of a check because you've never done this before.
Right?
I want to know if Lux drinks one too.
Oh, fuck yes.
It's sparkling water.
Okay.
So, what's the combat roll for throwing a glass at someone's head?
There's actually a good answer for that. Let's see. Let me check Carter's character sheet because she's still up. That's
Oh my
probably
God.
going to be brawl.
Okay. So will roll a brawl roll.
Nice to know that Sen is a troll.
Difficulty 2. No successes, but an advantage.
So,
At the sound of breaking glass, Powder will come running.
The glass just sails right past your head. The intent is
But
very.
the advantage means that the glass breaks and a little bit of the glass flies into the back of your skull.
but I take no damage. And I continue.
Damage wasn't the point.
And I reach out and pour another glass. What?
This drinking thing, if you're around for it, has now resulted in bleeding.
That's what I said. At the sound of broken glass, Powder comes running. Needle extended.
Looking at Lux. Blank look on his
Lux
face.
is just glaring like, what of all the things that we've experienced in the last few days makes you think that fucking with my head is a good idea right now?
I was offering you a drink. I didn't realize that you would take it so poorly.
Something strikes Powder. Can help. And she'll leave. They'll leave. See, now I did it.
Oh, Powder, wait. There's somebody here who's bleeding who probably needs to be sedated.
Powder will turn around and come back.
Point it.
Needle will start heading towards Sen.
And she gets up, flips the double bird, and then walks off.
What would Powder's silhouette be? Would it be silhouette 0?
Powder's silhouette is not silhouette 0. Let me check.
Because I know ReRun silhouette is 0. So
Yes, but ReRun's a different variety of
yeah,
droid, and
that's why I'm asking.
I don't even know what that means.
Me
basically your size. Like halflings are small and humans are medium.
Oh. Well,
I
I'm
just need to check
5'8",
mechanically.
if
plays
that
out
helps.
droids.
Yeah,
So wait, where was all this?
It's a mechanical indication in the
Got
lounge.
it.
Okay. Yeah, no. Assuming, did I see you walk past with a bottle?
Yeah.
And then I hear a glass crash and Lux yelling. I'll just yell from
And the surgical droid
the
running.
cockpit that if you want alcohol, you know who you have to ask on this ship. That's just common sense. I have one bottle left.
Lux has alcohol.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other
that's just
bottle
the
that I
thing.
bought.
No,
Lux just
both
thought
of you
this-
have access to the random infinite alcohol supply that we have not yet explained.
I bought
Pre-
rations. I'm assuming I
Prez
bought
just
alcohol
hears
I bought
sort
rations too, by the way.
semi-shouted, semi-screamed back, "Don't you get in the middle of this!"
too. Waiting for confirmation as to what powder silhouette is.
Yeah, I don't know where that's listed. I'm looking it up, okay?
I can help. It is listed. I know astromech silhouettes were listed with their stats.
Well,
I'm just trying to remember if I can recall where the droid listings were.
okay, so the droid stats are on page 47 and 48. I'm just not, sorry, roughly around page 46. I'm just trying to find silhouette specifically within that.
I don't remember reading anything about that, so I
No,
cannot help.
It's not very clearly listed. It's more important for ships and like bottles and that sort of thing.
I think anything smaller than a land speeder is silhouette 0.
Okay.
That's what I think it is.
I mean, yeah. We'll go with that for flavor purposes for the moment. And
yeah. So in that case, as a needle begins to approach. Oh, it's been several days. I'm assuming I've rested and have removed my strain. By the way.
yes, all of you have rested and removed your strain at this point.
Okay, good.
Do-do-do, Oh, hang on. Let me fix that. Ignore the difficulty attached to it. I take one strain and lift powder into the air with my mind.
Okay.
And just let her hang there for a bit. Or let them hang there for a bit.
How does powder react to this?
And I continue to drink.
I think I am floating. Do you need healing?
Nope. Do you need help?
Yes.
I'll put powder down.
I will be back. And powder turn around and head to Praz.
Oh, that was... yeah, I'm just gonna sit there and continue to drink my sparkling water. Because it comes in a bottle that looks like alcohol but isn't.
Powder will walk up to Praz
Okay.
and say, "Do you have alcohol for Lux?"
Yeah, but I don't think that's what she needs right now. She kind of yelled at me when I made that suggestion.
Somehow, I do not care. Alcohol, please.
Oh my God!
I mean, she has
You're
her
in
own.
such a good influence.
Can I hear this from in the lounge area?
Probably not.
Not really.
Where is Prez right now?
I'm in the cockpit. I've just been.
Okay.
I'm just lounging.
I
I was on my way to my room because I was gonna do some maintenance on my weapons, but yeah, I haven't left yet.
I reach back and open up one of the cabinets next to the couch area and pull out an actual bottle of alcohol. Lux, I have a present for you, and I set it on the table.
So Lux is if Prez is still in the cockpit, I think. Where would she have gone?
Does Praz give Powder alcohol?
No, his alcohol's in his room. That's where it's staying.
Lux probably would have gone to the hangar area.
So I'll do it over the comlink then.
He will guide Powder to. I'm assuming when Sen is pulling out the alcohol to the out of the cabinet, he'll say, "That's where we keep the general supply." It just fills up. We open it up, and there's more there.
I bought some with 100 credits. Nothing but alcohol for you guys, and 1 bottle of sparkling water for me.
The funny thing is, the sparkling water was the more expensive one, right? Huh?
Yeah, well, yeah, it was weird.
Yeah.
1 credit for a bottle of alcohol, 5 for sparkling water.
Yep.
But yeah, over the
That's what happens when Moisture Farmer is a primary occupation in your world or in your universe.
There is that. Then Powder will take the claw hand and pick up the alcohol bottle and start walking toward wherever Lux is.
I'll continue on my comlink. The robot just stole your present, Lux. You should probably kill it.
And Powder, I'm sure by this time, has learned sarcasm for ReRun and ignores you.
I would hope
ReRun beats something about, wasn't me, and then goes back to his own business.
Yeah, so Lux is in the hangar, currently running some just standard sort of checking out the computer systems on our new stolen land speeder. Not
Powder
really
will
to
walk up.
do anything, just because, just for
Powder-
something to do.
Powder will walk up, arm extended with the bottle in hand.
Look over. Thank you. I'm fine right now, actually. But I appreciate this. How are you doing? I know we're sort of a strange crew.
Yes. I am fine.
How do you define fine? Legitimate question.
I am functional.
What is
I mean, we're all functional. Well, ish.
We're all crazy here. No.
I mean, Lux is functional, alcoholic.
That's not true. It's not alcoholism unless you actually are at the point of suffering negative tendencies.
I do believe the phrase is, I'm not an alcoholic. Alcoholics go to meetings. I'm a drunk. That's the phrase you were looking for.
There you go.
Yes.
Yeah, we're a little bit different. And we have our fights, we have our conflicts, but we'll get over it, probably. We haven't, not yet.
Good.
I mean, what do you... I don't know if anybody's even asked this. What do you want to do?
You see the eyes spinning like the thinking thing.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know how to answer that.
I mean, do you have your own things that you want to accomplish? Do you want to discover what happened with your memories, or do you have other things that you want or need to accomplish?
Yes.
Yes to which?
Yes.
All of the above?
Yes?
Okay. Well, if there's anything you need or you want to do, don't be afraid to ask.
Okay.
Speak up. As you can tell, we are a group that speaks up. When we want something or don't want something, even though some people don't listen when that happens, it's
sense
the
disturbance
same
in the
that
force.
matters. And
Powder
she
will look
pauses
at
there
you.
for a moment.
And in the pause from you, Powder will look at you and the eyes will spin. And they'll put both their arms out and say, hug?
Okay, sure.
And they'll walk over and give you a
Aw.
very loose hug.
Awkward. Can you do so? And I grab his. Open up the. Is there like a piece of paper, or something in the glove compartment? Anywhere in the hangar?
Glove compartment.
Technically, paper doesn't exist,
Paper
but
doesn't
whatever
exist.
function you're
Yes,
looking
I
for,
know.
if it's something simple like that, sure.
Paperish thing. Yes.
Yeah.
Scroll
Papyrus.
something out. Can you take this back to send for me?
They'll take it.
Yep.
What does it say?
So it says on it, it's the bottle, and it has written on it, the alcohol wasn't the point, and you damn net well know it, fucker.
Okay. Powder will take it, read it, say fuck taint in binary.
She laughs.
Of course. And turn around and walk over to Sen.
Thank
Walk
you.
back over to Sen.
I'm in the lounge, so you have to.
Mhm. Yep.
Still drinking.
Are you sitting down?
Yeah.
She'll put it like come behind you and put it on top of your head.
I'm if you look at the map, like I'm
Oh,
sort
I
of
have
sitting
my
against the
stuff up.
wall, basically. Yeah, the couch is.
Oh well, fine then.
In
She'll
the
come up
corner.
and she'll put it on your knee then. See, now I'm doing it.
Pick it up, look at it.
From Lux.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And then they'll go back to ReRun. Just because.
And I will continue to drink while I wait. Because I was just offering somebody a nice drink. I don't know why they had to pitch a fit and throw a glass about it.
Dick.
Me, yes, and no.
Okay, I'm sorry. Obtuse asshole.
I love this game.
So that sounds like that's where that's the rest of our trip, because there is no way.
Yeah, unless there is anything else specific someone wants to do, you do have some downtime. I'm gonna say that you do, after a little while of getting to know each other and discovering that It's convenient to have a droid that's willing to act as a go-between between feuding party members.
I'm not feuding.
You're being feuded with. It's the same
There you go.
thing.
There you go.
It is slightly different, actually.
But yes. I mean, Sin will keep trying. Sin will be making himself available for if Lux wants to talk. Other than that, that's pretty much all he's doing.
All right.
No,
You eventually do arrive in the Hara sector. You're not quite on the other side of the outer rim, but this is probably the furthest. Excuse me, the furthest out of your way you have gone. You've been sort of remaining in the same rough region for most of this so far.
We have arrived, I say over the ship-wide intercom.
Cool.
All right.
And I'm going to try to hail for docking permits, docking privileges at whatever the capital city of the capital world is.
Okay. Yeah. It's not necessarily specifically named, but there is the capital world following naming convention is Lahara, and there is one decently sized city on it that you can request docking. You get back an affirmative. It's not free parking because it is the capital, and the capital never has free parking. It's going to be 50. No, it's going to be. Sorry. That is different part of my notes. It is 10 credits a day docking fee.
I will prepay for a week.
Okay.
Alright. And pull it into land.
Yeah. You land in what is a reasonably private, inexpensive docking bay.
That's 70 credits.
Yep.
I'm going to go out and do a quick inspection of the ship, and as I'm heading out, Lux, do your computer thing and see where we need to go from here. And
Yep.
I'm just going to do a quick check of the outside of the ship, because I realize I haven't done that in a while, and I probably should. Make sure no Minox have attached themselves to our engine.
Make me a...
No what?
Minox.
They're like little parasites that get stuck on the engine and do... You would have noticed because
Okay.
your ship is not that durable and this was a week-long flight, but
Always good to check.
it is. Yeah, you can make me a vigilance check.
Difficulty what? 2?
Difficulty 2.
Vigilance. 4 successes, 2 threats.
Okay. You don't find anything out of the ordinary on the hull or externals of the ship, nor do you find any spaceborne parasites or energy worms, etc.
Nothing, no, is there any damage or anything that it might have sustained previously?
No more than this wasn't in exactly brand new condition before you got it.
Yeah.
Mechanically, it's still in really solid shape. These ships are built to be durable, but it's not pristine, scratchless designer like.
Yeah.
It's not the quality people want their Tesla 3 in. There, I'm pretty sure that one's topical.
But it is still functional. All right, so I'll hook it up to the fueling station. Chink.
Okay.
Head back up and see if
Yeah,
Lux is
I
found.
will. Yep, I am going to look for information on where we would locate here or perhaps somewhere else or somewhere else in the system or whatever. Try to locate Dorian Ross's place of business, because that's going to be our best place to
All
start.
right. With specific details like that, difficulty 2, I am flipping a dark side point.
Okay.
Behold to the dark side.
Raz is just gonna ask real quick. Ask Lux if she made it so that if we drive this land speeder around, if it just so happens to be scanned by the local law enforcement, it doesn't show up as stolen.
No, I haven't done that yet.
Do you think that's something that ReRun would have done, or would he just would have said "fuck it" and this backwater plane, and they're gonna keep it anyways?
That is exactly what we would have done.
I mean,
I don't think ReRun has much foresight.
To be fair, I rather doubt that a planet that doesn't even really show up on system maps
Yeah.
is
That's
going to
right.
be reporting the theft of a random land speeder to
Yeah,
But
It's
this
like
is the
sharing
Lahara
your
sector.
stolen bike records with the neighboring countries.
right. So that's 3 successes and a threat.
Okay. You don't manage to locate any business specifically belonging to a Dorian Ross, but given the information you have, you are able to trace Dorian Ross to being a researcher at a unnamed sort of subsidiary tech firm that's behind a few walls.
Okay.
You can't find any details on what he was doing, but that you do figure out. Let's see. You do confirm that Dorian would have. Do confirm that this sector is correct. That he was there, and that he does seem to have a relationship to Lodico.
Okay. Was there, not there now? Or is it not specific about that?
So once again, it's not a public company. It's not
Right.
in public data. There's no evidence you can find with your more cursory scans of current incoming, like, usually these sorts of companies have money incoming and going out, or supplies, or essentially grants from other private companies that are
Right. Okay.
Coming back in. Find anything useful?
Place that a place that he was a researcher for. That doesn't seem. I mean, we can check out where it was.
Doesn't sound like you have a lot of confidence in that information. Or at least not a lot of confidence in that it will.
I don't know
pan
where
out
to go
anywhere.
from. Yeah. I mean, maybe.
Lux, knowing what you know as a spy and as a reconnaissance officer,
Right.
if this person was here, whatever they were doing, especially if they, even though they were a researcher and possibly employed by someone from outside the sector, these kinds of sectors that are primarily agrarian, pretty insular, don't tend to keep a lot of records that you could access via the internet. You'd have to do more sort of either ground searching or searching through people. That sort of
Okay.
thing. You're pretty confident you found what
Yeah.
you through the web.
Fair enough. So yeah, if we can get to the site, there might be local plugin.
All right.
Direct physical connection would probably give us a bit more.
Well then, do you have a location?
I believe so.
Well,
Dibs on driving.
Yeah.
we have a land speeder, and I will not let Praz drive it.
Too late. As soon as he said as soon as Lex said location, he's on his way to the land speeder.
Now, this is important. Lux, did you give the location aloud?
Not yet.
No, that you had one.
Yes.
That was it. He's
Right.
like, oh, you have one? Boom. To the land speeder.
I think Aaron was thinking perhaps we might be having a competition between PCs to who gets to Dorian first.
No.
No, I was mostly curious if you're going to write off without actually having a location given to you.
That would also be a
No, I'm
Because
just gonna get
that
to the
might
land
be
speeder
intriguing.
and then wait for them to catch up.
Okay.
That'd be
Be like,
kind of
where are we
hilarious. Whee-oo!
Yeah.
About halfway. Wait a minute.
Shit.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
let's
that
go.
was just what I was clarifying. Sorry.
Do we want to take ReRun? Do you want to leave ReRun and Powder with the ship, or do you want to take them with us?
I mean,
Where is this conversation being held?
In the cockpit.
Presumably in front of Powder.
Okay.
would you like to come with?
They'll look at ReRun, look back at you and say, yes.
All right, let's go.
All right, ReRun.
I want
keep an eye on
to
the ship.
clarify that Rerun is existing within the nebulous space of player who might show up later this episode.
Right.
So,
ReRun.
ReRun, hang out on the ship.
Keep an eye on the ship for now.
Let us know if anything tries to eat you. And I'll head
I mean, this is
down.
good. We might.
the
we might
blaster is
have
quickly
needed-
drawn and then withdrawn to illustrate a point.
I know. I don't doubt you can shoot it. That's why I said let us know if anything tries to eat you. I didn't say it'd be successful. Head towards the cargo bay where the land speeder is and look at Praz. See, the problem is, Praz, I'm not good at shooting people.
Yeah, you're really not.
Would you rather drive, or would you rather shoot at people if they try to shoot at us?
All right. Well, first off, nobody's shooting at us
Yeah.
yet.
I always plan for that inevitability.
How many people does a land speeder hold?
That is what I'm
One,
trying.
two, I think like
The one in the
My
movie,
mind
the one in the
says
movie
four,
could
but I may
hold
be
5.
wrong.
The one in the movie could hold 5. Mechanically, I have no idea.
yeah. No, you're right.
And it also even had an astromech like slot for an astromech. So if you count an astromech, it could technically hold 6. But
There's also a lot of different kinds of land speeders in the book. So we'll just say for now that it can carry all of you.
Okay.
that works.
Cool.
So yeah, would you rather? I am always, knowing the group that we are and the trouble that we attract, I am always preparing for that inevitability of somebody trying to shoot us.
Well, then I'll just have to show you how awesome I am by shooting and driving at the same time.
And when we wreck the land speeder and don't have it anymore,
Well, that's on you.
Lux is just doing this
Fine,
in the
whatever.
back seat.
And I'll scoot it. He'll
Powder
scoot
is
over.
right next to you.
get up in the driver's seat.
Turn and look at the. Yes, they're always like this.
Good to know.
As is Lux. Gas it.
Which is perfect because as I lunge,
All right. So Lux, you do have an address for at least a front of a place of business that you managed to pull off the net.
right.
So you guys run through the city. It's a reasonably sprawling but not terribly populated city. As you go through, it's quiet out, especially given where you just came from, which, while not terribly populated, was almost loud with nature itself, in addition to the screams in the back of all of the fleshy ones' heads. There's an air of quiet and subdued business as usual to this place. It's a little... It is the part of the Outer Rim that the Outer Rim doesn't quite advertise. It's not the glamorous swashbuckler Outer Rim. It's the, let's get to work, let's farm the thing, let's do the business Outer Rim.
So it's like everything outside of the Vegas Strip.
It's the suburbs.
I mean, if more farming happened in the other parts of Nevada, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry to anyone who's a farmer in Nevada and happens to watch this show.
That's a very niche audience to insult, and I appreciate
But we hit
that. just nail on the
But
fucking
I'm still
head.
apologizing because I still feel bad.
If you happen to live in Nevada and you watch this, please let us know.
Yeah,
We would
Larry.
like to know.
Please tell me how wrong I am. Okay, moving on.
I really hope there's someone in Nevada named Larry who watches us, who is like, oh my
This
god.
is the last
they're
day he
talking
watches.
to-
He's
I
like,
mean-
no, fuck those guys.
To be fair, Nevada is a state like Oregon. He's like, they're talking to me. Me, they know I'm on.
Yes, Larry, we know
It
you're
is
there.
either that or these assholes know nothing. They're getting it all wrong. They can't even have any
Larry.
idea.
Larry, we know you're watching.
Okay, I'm really sorry, Larry, but we're gonna segue back to the playing characters now. Once I'm done
Make
breaking
a fake,
most
I'm
of
gonna
our
make a fake
player
Twitter
characters.
just so that I can troll us now.
So yes, you want this sort of quiet, almost suburban capital. The buildings are short, 2-3 stories, and standardized framework, probably imported from off planet as convenient, easy. I can't think of the word. The buildings that come pre-made and then you just slot them in
Prefabs.
place. Yes. Except for with a lazier connotation than prefab already carries. Yeah, so it's just quiet. It's not necessarily like anyone's watching you, but you're making good time through the city. Just for the kicks of it, I'm gonna have everyone roll me a check.
Me included?
What kind of check?
Well, I think it's a vigilance check. I'm just trying.
I love how we had completely separate questions there. The droid is like, me too, and the fleshy ones are like, what kind? Somehow that's just funny to me.
When I say everyone make a check, with some exceptions where it's like someone's already made the check or someone is the prompt for the check, it's usually everyone. You guys can make me a streetwise check. Why not? That's pretty relevant here.
What difficulty?
Difficulty of 2, standard.
Wabam! 1 success, 3 advantage.
1 advantage. No successes,
Hold on
no
just a
failures.
second.
Ooh, 2 successes and a threat.
1 advantage.
Okay. As this is essentially a combined roll, you're all doing basically fine as you go through the city. You're making, like I said, decent time. You notice 1 or 2 people passing by, but they don't seem to take particularly close notice of you.
All right.
So
this
you
way.
stop off at sort of a parking lot of an office complex. Lux, you know that the front for this research facility should be on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
3rd floor being the top floor of this building. Sorry.
So I feel like this is sort of the kind of society where blaster on the hip might be fine, but I think a carbine might be a little much.
Yeah. That
I just
doesn't
gotta
go
leave all my
without
toys at
saying.
home, don't I?
I look over at
No, I
Paz.
just have. I'll. Yeah. No. I'll.
How big is a carbine?
A small assault rifle.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't fit in my stomach. Okay, never mind.
Um.
I thought about it though.
Unless your stomach is a TARDIS.
Yeah, I probably would have left that on the ship. I have my
Last I
sword and
checked,
my
it is
truncheon.
not.
So get out of the land speeder.
Yep. I have no shooting weapons.
Let's...
I have hitting weapons.
I have my blaster, and that's it. Lead the way, Lux.
All right. Yep. Play nice.
You're a motley
Friendly.
crew.
Start walking up to the building.
It's a buzz-in system. Do you want to
Oh.
invite
Are
yourself
there
in?
security outside?
No, there doesn't actually seem to be anyone in sight.
Quick look for security cameras outside.
I just cough and indicate to Praz that we should form a wall.
Oh, I was already doing that. As soon as she
Yeah.
started looking around.
And it'd be a vigilance check from anyone
Okay.
who's looking for security cameras.
I will do that as well. Wait, where is vigilance?
3
One
successes.
threat, so hell if I know.
Should be at the bottom of your thing as it is alphabetized.
3 successes, 3 threats.
Haha, there it is.
I got 2 successes and an advantage.
I got a success and 3 threats.
Okay.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
Good for the GM.
Everything's good for the GM.
I mean,
Yeah.
There is that.
so none of you spy any security cameras.
Okay.
And then Praz and I just sort of form a visual blockade between Lux and the outside world.
All right.
I pull my slicing gear out of my backpack.
Okay.
Let's get to work on this thing.
Yeah.
Pull up my data pad, look
Wait.
busy.
With appropriate tools, this is not a complex security system. You're easily able to.
Okay.
You don't
I will
necessarily.
stand Powder will stand with their back to Lux, looking out.
That's what we're doing.
The sort of closed doors in front of you open, revealing inside a hallway where fluorescent lights start blinking on, presumably activated by the door.
Can I, from this security, from the door, am I into the system, or can I get into the system enough that I can get internal floor plans, security information, anything like that?
So this isn't a particularly secured system.
Okay.
It's more security theater than security. But there
Got
isn't
it.
a ton in the way of detailed floor plans. The best you
Okay.
can do is pull essentially the fire safety plan.
That's fine. That's all I need. Just an idea of where to. Right.
Seems that each floor is divided up into sort of 3 office spaces connected by a hallway, and at the end of each hallway there's a staircase.
All right. Okie doke. Gentlemen, droids and Sen, let's go.
I follow in.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
We're looking for third floor, so
Head
I
to the
suggest
third
we
floor.
take the stairs.
Why not the elevator?
Do you really want to be inside an elevator in an abandoned stairs? So yeah, find the stairs, stair system. Head up that way.
All right. You walk down this first hallway. All of the doors have name tag little labels that should be displaying probably what is in each of these presumably rentable rooms. All of them are currently empty. The name tags have no display on them. And for the wider offices on your right, as opposed to the two offices on your left, where there's a large window as well, you can see into a dark space where there currently seems to be nothing in the room.
Well, if we ever want headquarters space, I know a building that's empty.
Right?
Headed up to the second floor. This one also, when you arrive, it seems like there's some rudimentary motion sensor noticers in the light scope, all flicking on with these pale white fluorescents.
I wonder if
Again.
I wonder if there's even a business upstairs, and it's not just a forwarding address.
It's very possible.
Again, to your right, even though you've turned around now, there's the one larger room. Well, whereas on your left, there are two smaller rooms.
All empty.
I mean, let's do a room by room.
Okay. On the
Powder
second
will stay outside of the room.
third floor.
So all of these rooms are empty, or it looks like they are?
Everything on the first and second floor that you've looked at so far appears to be empty, or at least not labeled. The only rooms you can see into are the two larger ones on the first two floors.
Up to the third floor.
Yep.
Yep.
Going up to the third floor, there is labeling, and it is S Enterprises is the labeling on each of these three panels.
Okay.
The larger room, while it is also not lit, does have, like all the others, some light going into it from the hallway because that's how glass works. There's a few large pieces of equipment within this room. Without going in, it's a little hard to tell exactly what they are.
You want to knock on the door? I say, pointing at the S Enterprises door.
I mean, that was the plan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go up, see if we can get in.
You
We're
knock.
not literally knocking.
Oh, why not?
Okay, what are you doing?
I'm gonna. Is it a mechanized door or a non-mechanized door?
Mechanized.
Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna slice in.
Okay.
You do know that if there's somebody in there and you slice into the door, they're going to immediately be hostile.
You do know that there's
also
somebody
a
in an abandoned,
window.
lightless office building. No matter how we try and enter that room, they're probably going to be hostile at first.
Powder will back up and stand against the wall on the other side of the hallway.
Powder is smart.
Fraz is going to go farther down and see if there's any other entrances to this room.
I just want to go see if the bigger room door opens at all, or if it's locked.
Okay. Looking at the bigger room door, are you just testing the knob?
Yeah, just choo-choo.
yes, it does seem to be locked.
Okay. Always check.
Lux, again, the security system here is kind of a joke. It is, at least for someone of your skill level, and my not wanting to make a whole bunch of difficulty 1 rolls. So you quickly slice the door open. Within, it seems you can see this space does not automatically light. You have the light controls if you would like to use them.
Yes, I'm going to turn it on.
Within, there is a few tables set up in addition to large lounge chairs.
Okay.
And behind one of the larger tables, a fancy desk with, like, fancy desk chair. Except for sci-fi.
Right.
Can you tell I didn't actually write a description for that room?
Did we determine if this building has internal security or not? I asked from across the hallway.
Pretty much no.
Okay.
Can I look for cameras on this floor?
Sure. Make my vigilance check.
Can I tell how sturdy this door is?
1 threat.
How sturdy is that door? It's not a blast door, but it's not, like, paper thin either. It would require a decent feat of strength to open, but you could probably bust it open.
I'm just determining whether or not I should
Or
shoot it with the blasters.
decent strength of feet.
What we have is great strength of feet.
Thank you. I hope you would get that.
Yep.
I was thinking lightsaber, but I'm assuming that was a reference.
Actually,
Mel
I
Brooks,
do,
Robin Hood
yeah,
Men in Tights.
I do.
Oh.
I pull out
Yes.
I pull out the lightsaber, put it up to the lock, and just really quickly, just turn it on and turn it off.
Okay. There's a little glowing. It's hard to hide the evidence.
It just so
There's
happens there's somebody inside
Yeah.
who is now
Like,
crashing
just on the other side of the door too. Just. Oh
They were
look!
getting ready to open it.
I found a corpse.
And you just,
with a lovely little hole through them. Cauterized and everything.
So, but there is a glowing, sort of smoldering hole in the locking mechanism itself that you can now open without any difficulty.
Click, click.
I mean, it's not really click click so much as it is freak, because you broke the lock.
That's true.
But going back, Lux, you were asking something about this room.
I feel like it was.
Tables, lounge chairs, ostentatious desks.
Yes.
Okay.
I am walking inside, taking a seat at the desk and starting to rifle through shit and find computers and start opening up computers. Not
All right.
literally.
Make me. Let's first make this a skullduggery test for Lux, difficulty 2, and Sen, what are you doing in the big room?
Did the lights come on?
The lights do not automatically come on.
I reach. I fumble for a light switch.
And Lux, about at this point, your own data pad beeps because, oh hey, someone's breaking into one of the rooms.
Gee, I wonder who. Does it look like it is reporting outside beyond?
No,
Okay.
not at this time.
And I did flip a light side point for this skullduggery roll.
And if there's no light switch, I just pull out a light off my belt.
Looking around with your flashlight, there are these large tube-like structures that seem... They're probably science-y. Best guess without a check. You can make me a knowledge education? Yes, knowledge education check.
Sure, let's do that. Difficulty 2?
Look, so with the skullduggery check, you managed to locate the computers and files that you would want to access. Make me a computer's difficulty 3 to sift through it. Yes. Difficulty 2, or difficulty 4 knowledge. This is not something obvious.
2 failures into threat. I lean back out. Found some science shit.
And just because I want to give you more dark side points to screw us over with, here, have another one.
I'll look over to Sen.
Difficulty 3.
I'm gonna keep combing just to see.
Can I make a knowledge check as well?
Yes, you can make an education difficulty.
I am spending. Nope. I am spending my talent, which is natural programmer. Once per session, I can re-roll any one computers or astrogation check. Ha ha!
Here's hoping.
Now I'll roll even worse. I'll roll like 7 despair somehow on 6 dice.
But I don't know if upgrades persist or if they change.
It doesn't say. I don't think
you're re-rolling.
because I have...
You're re-rolling that roll, so I would imagine it's those dice.
Okay.
Yep. It would be that exact same thing again, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Hey, there's a success and a triumph.
There you go.
All right.
Okay, what am I rolling?
This is for you. It would be an knowledge education difficulty 4, but you will get a boost die on this.
Okay, how do I?
That's the blue squares on
4.
top. So
Blue square.
4 purple, 1 blue.
Boost.
The square in the positive side of the dice pool.
Yes.
Well,
you.
they're doing
For
all
my
of
colored
that.
blind eyes. My crazy colored eyes. Okay.
I'm just going to be sweeping, to see if the rest of the floor, to see if there's been any signs of recent use besides us.
Failure and 2 advantage. I get the failure.
I guess a vigilance check. Failure and 2 advantage. More than just being science-y, this is highly specialized equipment of some sort. Probably for experiments.
Okay.
Praz, there are no, it doesn't seem like this area has been used any more frequently than the floors below it. Which is to say you don't see any evidence of people having used it at all.
Yeah, super
However,
recent.
you do notice something that the others have missed. While there are no cameras to the building itself, there does seem to be a camera or 2 attached to some of the equipment in the large room.
In the large room?
The one that I'm in with a flashlight.
The large room that Sen and Powder are messing around.
Oh, wonderful.
Does it look like they're on? Is there any way I can tell that?
That is basically impossible for you to tell, just
Yeah. Is there...
There might be cameras.
So like a little red light.
Yeah. Is there a...
No, it doesn't look like my camera that I can't show you because it's currently recording me.
Yeah, no, I got it too. Mine has a little blue light.
While I'm in there, I'm just sort of looking over the equipment, seeing if there's anything out of place or weird, like I might not know what they are, but if there's a random lever in one of them.
Mechanics difficulty 3, as this is fairly advanced.
Mm-hmm.
Lux, with your 1 success and 1 triumph, you are able to get into these computer systems. As you suspected, this is not the primary address for these people, but it does seem like some actual work was conducted here in addition to being just a listed address.
Okay.
You're able to determine that their primary their primary work is elsewhere in the same sector on the on one of the Irico 2 moon.
Okay.
And which seems to be a reasonably small moon, pseudo moon, that they on an uninhabited or unsettled at least world that they've started using for whatever more intense experiments that they don't want to be conducting right in the middle of groups. You also get some sense of what S Enterprises, I think it's Enterprise, was looking into. Not
Okay.
a ton, but it does seem like they were experimenting with different unstable minerals. They were getting shipments of experimental compounds and testing those and running various simulations. There's some references to small animal testing and the possibility of moving things before moving beyond small animal testing.
Sorry, that was possibility of moving beyond that to greater.
Yeah, to presumably larger mammals or people, but that they would want to be doing that at the secondary facility as opposed to here.
And does it say what the purpose of the experiments were?
That's always really vague. It's mostly listed in terms of successful, unsuccessful, qualified success. Their exact intentions are unclear, though it does seem like they were trying to use these mineral compounds to achieve some certain effect.
Yeah, that doesn't seem sketchy at all. Their communicator, you guys find anything yet?
Found
What
cameras.
communicator? You broke yours.
Yeah, let's pretend that's my only communicator.
I'm playing.
Rerun was
Do
fixing
you
it.
have another communicator?
No, Rerun was getting ready to fix it. Remember, he said if there wasn't
Oh,
anything
right, yes.
too busted, then he was going to fix it.
Yeah, over the course of a week, Rerun could have fixed that communicator and picked up any supplies he needed.
Found some machines. One success, one threat, by the way.
But no, whatever these machines were used for, you're guessing they were wiped clean.
Is there anything in the jars? You said there were jars?
No.
No, machine, no jar.
I thought there were
Yeah, also no jars. Did I reference jars?
No, you said that the machines were cylindrical.
Hold on a second. My
Yes.
microphone just died. Or my headphones just died.
So, some science equipment beyond my scope.
They've got, some of them have cameras on them, which I've covered up.
This whole room is unpowered. I don't know that the cameras are necessarily on.
Okay.
Better safe than sorry.
I want to come look at them. See what you make of it.
Yeah. I'm on my way. So yeah, make my way over there.
Yep.
What was that roll?
Difficulty of for education.
Education. I have some of
Looking at a piece of science equipment and trying to figure out exactly what it does.
It's hard.
that. I don't have much of that, but I have some of that, and here I have another light side point. Hey, if nobody else is gonna spend them, I'm gonna.
Oh.
Can I help in any way?
No, you've already made this roll. You could have combined for an assisted roll, but
Okay.
I mean, it would have been worse if I hadn't spent that light side point. Instead, it's just two failures, a threat, and a triumph.
So, fortunately, there's nothing particularly bad about failing a I don't know this roll.
Right.
Other than what, like Sen was saying, it's sort of beyond your scope as well.
Okay.
Best guess, it does science. Best guess is it's related to that information you found. This is probably the equipment they were using to conduct whatever experiments were going on here.
Well,
so you know what you'd be.
We have another location.
Do we?
Yes.
Where at?
Moon. Erico 2.
Mm-hmm.
Where's
Do I recognize that at all?
Where is that at?
It is. It's fairly nearby. It was where they were taking their next stage of experimentation.
Experimentation on what?
Something. The next stage would move beyond small animals.
Why can't we ever go someplace nice where they don't experimentations on small animals?
Because we live in this galaxy.
Do we think they're going to care about this facility at all? Should we make it look like somebody just broke in and wrecked the place?
I really doubt it. There's no... If they cared about it, they would have put some measure of security in here.
That's fair.
Beyond just... Yeah. I think we're okay.
Alright, well then. Let us head back to the ship.
Sweet.
And I imagine I probably don't get refunded for the days I don't use.
Yeah, I don't think they prorate you.
I think they would. Capital World and all. Oh well.
I mean, you could always ask.
Nah. You ask
Sure
questions, you seem like a hick, and they laugh at you. They might not laugh at you like right in front of you, but they laugh at you after you leave.
So, like me and Lux.
Or like me, anytime either one of you thinks that you know anything. Anyways, let's go. And I walk out of the room.
Swear. Is it just, I look over, is it just me, or has he become a massive cock over like the last week?
Yes.
It's not just you, but I mean, it's just funny.
I mean, okay.
Powder will look at Lux. Hug?
I'm good. Thank you, though, Powder.
It's been entertaining the last, I don't know how long. Yeah, it's the jokes. They're not there anymore.
It's like he's dark side or something.
I like that.
I know. Well, no. As we start walking off, assuming that set is at least a decent amount ahead.
No, I was
Lux
waiting
was
for
like,
you guys.
Me, kidding. Me. I had daddy issues. Me.
I had daddy issues.
I like how
Yes.
I like how Lux can dish it out but can't take it. That's real nice.
Yes, because exactly.
Yeah.
That's what happens to most people, yeah.
We're talking about your flaws right now, not mine.
We always circle back to your flaws.
All right.
Let's go to this new place.
After some quibbling, you manage to make it back to the ship,
Mm-hmm.
which is still there.
Unadded any new toys to the cockpit? I said, has ReRun added any new toys to the cockpit?
Oh, have we got any?
No, but as you approach, there's
Is the ship on
actually
fire?
you wouldn't notice from the outside.
Oh, goodness.
Pull up into the cargo bay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hit the
In the
button.
cargo bay, ReRun sort of. Someone came by while I was out.
Wait, what?
You were out.
Somebody came by?
You don't own my life.
No, but
Oh shit,
we
he's
had,
got you there.
we asked. I don't. You're my friend, but I had asked you to watch over the ship while we were gone.
And this is what happens when you ask the character that isn't here to watch the ship.
So,
That is a fair point.
what is?
We had business.
So who came by while you were gone?
He sort of checked Brass's room.
So fuck is that supposed to
Really
mean?
wish
And
I could whistle.
Why
Say
did it matter
what?
as I start heading there?
I had follow Praz to his room.
I will follow as well, just in case.
Okay. Praz, nothing you own is missing.
Okay, that's
However, your room has been purposefully disheveled, it seems. And there is in the wall, in large painted letters, the word traitor. None of the rest of the ship seems to have been significantly touched. Though there are a few dents where it seems like they got into Prez's room by forcing the door.
Did they take your disruptor rifle?
No, nothing he owns is missing.
Is traitor written in basic or is it written in another language?
Basic.
So who did you piss off?
It's a good idea. I have no. Good question. I mean, I have no idea.
You recognize the paint writing?
The broad handwriting. Do you mean?
The
No,
broad, do you recognize the broad strokes? I guess would be the question.
Yep.
No.
Who would you? What?
Lux, we have security on this ship. Can you do anything to see what happened?
Yeah, let me go check. I have a bunch of things I need to look at anyways at this point, now that somebody's gotten in.
Yeah.
Maybe at
Lux,
least.
make me a difficulty 2 computers check.
And
Okay,
I'm gonna
Praz is gonna turn to ReRun and be like, maybe next time if you leave, that's fine, but lock the door behind you.
I'm gonna go while Lux is checking our internal
Hey, look,
security.
I have another light side point.
Swear words that Jack probably knows better than me,
I'm going to
and scoots on off.
go talk to whoever's in charge of the docking bay area and ask why they let somebody into our ship.
They let you know that they don't have any record of anyone. So, for those watching, Lux
Damn.
rolled 3 of the... rolled basically as badly as you can on the bad dice, resulting in a failure. But also got an advantage and a triumph, and technically a triumph counts as both an advantage and a success.
Okay.
And sort of, it doesn't entirely, but does mostly cancel out the failure. So
It's not as bad as we think. And it could have been worse.
kind of preoccupied at the moment. There's a lot of things going on. every single thing you guys run into is shady, and you can't really pinpoint what this might be. And also someone got into your ship, and that is not a good thing.
Right. She's pissed.
What you do manage to figure out is that the alarms were triggered. Whoever it was managed to stop the alert from getting to you temporarily. If you guys had spent a little longer at the facility or had been out for another hour or so, you would have gotten the alert. This person just has a fair amount of skill and managed to delay it, which is still very frustrating to you. And trust me, it's hard. We've had this happen recently on the stream. But miraculously, it was a roll that this person managed to successfully make. You do have, however, security footage. Seems to be two people had covered. One shorter man who seemed to have been the individual who did the slicing.
Okay.
And a woman who had a weapon on her waist that's, once again, face covered, can't see much, slightly taller.
To identify species?
Zooming in, make me a xenology check.
Okay.
Difficulty of 2.
Okay.
I'm going to be watching that footage as well.
Okay. Xenology check, difficulty 2. For Praz, you get a boost die.
I'll watch 2 just because.
One threat.
Lux, humanoids. Praz, humanoids. Same
Come
check.
on, Doctor.
Can't believe
Difficulty
that
2?
all of that washed out.
Yep. Powder, humanoids. Also, your databases might be missing a few things. You're not really sure.
The doc person.
Then if you're, the doc person said they didn't have any record. However, you didn't provide like a full crew manifesto, so it's possible someone came and just seemed to be a member of your crew. They're not in the business of carefully monitoring everyone who leaves and enters the ships, both for the privacy of the individuals who dock with them, and just because that is a rather expensive thing.
Do you
guys,
at least have
as helpful-
cameras, like, on the entrances?
Yes, and they can give you some camera footage if you provide a time frame, which you do. You get essentially the same thing Lux was able to pull. Shorter man who seemed to be doing slicing, slightly taller woman openly carrying a blaster.
Do I get a better angle that might give me a better clue as to what species they are, at least?
I'll say, given you have given you have a slightly different angle, you can make the check with the boost die. Why not?
Ba-da-da-da-da. And I'm going to spend light side point.
I forgot to.
All right, last one. I
Haha.
believe.
Yes, the last one for right now. Boost. Upgrade difficulty 2, you said?
Yes.
Xenology. 3 successes and a threat.
Certainly Zabrak. Probably both of them, definitely the woman.
Alright. Thank you. And I will head back to the ship. And
Lux is in the middle of a swearing spree that matches what ReRun is capable at his saltiest.
And as I'm walking
And
back,
randomly, Powder will be repeating some of those words.
click on the comm link. Praz, I think your family's calling.
All right.
Are
Zebrax.
those the motherfuckers
What?
who just do? Who...
Zabraki did
Zabraki.
this.
Yes.
Okay, because I just spoke with them.
2
I'll ask them.
male, female. Male was a slicer. Woman looked like the muscle. Came in, basically just walked in. Got on the ship, did their thing, and left.
All right.
And I will now catch up with everybody on the ship. And to get that to them quickly. All right.
Yeah.
So, do you have any enemies among your people? Does your clan have an enemy?
That's what I was gonna ask. If there was a clan,
There's no
rival
explicit clan feuds or rival clans to yours that you're aware of. And even then, it would be a little strange for them to go after you. You're not
I'm not high ranking.
terribly important.
Yeah.
You're not unimportant or disregarded, but you're not considered to be like you wouldn't be a top level target. So if you're being targeted, your assumption is a broad number of your clan would be also targeted. And you probably would have heard about that.
Yeah. I will get on to communicate and try to get a hold of them and let them know what's happened and ask if there's been any other trouble with any other clans back home.
Lux, I have a sneaking suspicion that we might have an extra visitor. We might want to sweep the ship for bugs.
Oh, you think? Yeah, I think that's real probable. I'm working on it. Which I was actually going to be working on it, but yeah. So yeah, Lux is dedicating herself to sweeping every inch of the ship digitally, every
I'm helping
digital inch
physically.
and physical inch.
Yeah, I'm going to help with the sweep.
I was gonna say, can I help in any way?
Pouring all of her current balled up fury and rage into.
Here's the question. Are you using the other part of that fury and rage that sometimes moves objects with your mind as well?
That wasn't what I meant, but
Because I will say, if you are intentionally or unintentionally doing that, I want you to add your force die to this roll. It's not like, once again, I'm homebrewing a lot of mechanics.
you know what? Sure. So
And
what's
that's
your roll?
going to be computer's roll,
Okay.
difficulty 2, boost die for assistance from powder. Sen, you said you were doing something in
I'm
connection.
also assisting, yeah.
2 boost die from
Okay.
2 generally unskilled assistants.
Well, this should go well. Three successes and an advantage.
As well as a light side point. Okay.
Or 2 successes, advantage, and light side. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. It takes a while. For the better part of the next hour, you 3 are at the console. Lux just sort of going over every damn inch of these systems, trying to figure out who might be stowed away, what might be going on. And Lex, you're feeling that sort of thing you're not quite comfortable with yet of
Oh, good. Yes.
the universe itself leads you towards solutions that are convenient. And
Am I sensing this at all over the course of events?
the just the fact that someone else near you is able to use the Force and is currently using it is not typically something you can automatically sense.
Yeah, I'm just curious because we're working together.
Not in this instance.
Okay.
No. You're checking the land speeder. You're checking everything. You're finding less than nothing. Your system should be perfect. You can isolate exactly how this guy got in, and you can close down that exploit.
Okay.
Not going to be able to get in that way anymore, no matter what he might have rolled to let him in that way previously, but doesn't seem like you've got any intruders, any bugs. Nothing seems to be following you or have traced you.
Okay.
Beyond the people you know to be on the ship.
Lux is just going to keep searching.
Okay.
Whether there is anything or not,
Mm-hmm.
she is firmly convinced there's no way. She's probably wrong, but there's no way. She's getting a little obsessive.
Though, you've exhausted basically the help that Sen and Powder can provide you at this time. You can keep searching.
Yes.
You can keep scanning, but they're not going to be... They can essentially move on to other stuff.
Yes.
I'm going to go ahead and have ReRun punch in those coordinates that we got for that moon.
Okay.
And docking clearance to leave.
You see why I warned you guys that ReRun was in nebulous space directly before you left the ship?
Yeah.
You see why I didn't care and went with them anyway.
3 successes and a threat. But, you guys get going.
I tried to have a player character stay behind, but no.
Lux is not making good decisions at the moment.
I know.
Hey, there was the option for me to stay.
That's what
we're talking about.
Yeah,
I just decided it wasn't going to
be
a thing.
You've got pretty good drives on this ship. In a little under half an hour, you're ways through the system at this move that, once again, is orbits, and there's a few settled planets in this particular system, but the planet it orbits is uninhabited, and it's a smaller moon that is apparently housed to a research facility. Running detections, you can detect a building with power on the surface.
All right, Lux, if I could grab your attention for just a little bit.
What?
How do we want to approach this research facility?
Well, we don't know a lot about it. That's the biggest problem. We know that it's an experimentational,
And I'm just
working on
settle into
minerals. It's working on minerals, some experimental mineral stuff. They're working with animals. They have come out here to this site for stuff that might not be, they might not want to test anymore. Populated area.
So this is undoubtedly an intentionally hidden, an intentionally secret, and probably a very strictly guarded facility.
I mean, that's safe to say.
Obviously, we don't want to go into the front door. If we want to go in at all. Do we want to try to hail and get a message to them? Do we want to land and exfil with oxygen masks? Or with suits? What do we want to do?
I want to clarify that this is a moon in the Star Wars context. You will not need suits.
It's a habitable moon, not a inhabitable, not an
It is
uninhabitable
a
moon.
Star Wars moon.
There are a variety of different types of moon.
Some of them aren't even moons. They're
That
space stations.
some of them aren't even moons.
That's not a moon.
Yes, but this one you're certain is not a battle station.
Those at home, you can take a drink on the Star Wars drinking Edge of the Empire drinking game. We have made a reference to the source.
Games are a bad idea. Especially with this group.
Do we want to land and infiltrate? What do you want to do?
Well, so if we're looking for this person, at this point, our story, whether it's the actual truth or not, and I don't think we even know if it's the truth or not, but our story at this point is that we're trying to get ahead of this thing for Darian Ross's good.
Why are we even looking into Darian Ross? Because Praz's clan wanted information, right?
Uh-huh.
What information did they want?
Just information. And
Well, we have some.
Darian is connected to, obviously, he's married to Ladika. Did I get that right?
The person that we helped smuggle.
Ladigo.
elsewhere, Yes.
Or Ladiko. That person.
Ladico.
Yes, Ladiko. Who was smuggled out and more than likely involved with the rebellion. Who we are now more gung-ho about working alongside. So it fit two goals at once.
So we are going to go knock on the door and say, "Hello, Mr. Rebel. We want to help you." I'm just trying to figure out what our actual game plan is, not what our we know what our stated goal is. What is our game plan?
Now that's what I'm saying is we don't even have to bring up the rebellion part at this point. Because we don't know exactly what the situation is in there. We can go in there on the guise, legitimate or not, of being here to help by attempting to make contact.
And saying, "Well, we found you, so others will be able to as well."
I mean, that's the short version of it, yes. This is something that somebody else should probably do, just on the off chance that they might be aware of me/reputation in some way.
So you get to call.
That is literally the exact opposite of what I just said.
Sorry, I misunderstood. You're being very vague, and I misunderstood what you were trying to say.
Somebody else should make contact because I have a past history of hunting down people like this.
Okay. Now
Specifically, that was my job, was finding people like this and handling it. So perhaps I should not be the one to make the call.
Now I understand what you were dancing around. Okay. Fine.
Praz can do it. That's one legitimate connection that
The
we
last
have.
time Praz tried to get information, he got shot
That
to
is a
unconsciousness
very
outside
good
of a
point.
bar.
I wasn't trying to get information. I was.
Yeah,
That
he
was
was
over
trying
something else.
to get a cred stick.
Yeah.
The last
My
time
creds
Praz had
We're
a
back.
here to snag a cred stick from him if we're talking over.
the last time Praz had a conversation with somebody, it ended up with him unconscious on the ground, surrounded by 7 guys, and not in a fun way.
I'm just saying, one of the two of you is dealing with anger issues right now, and it's not the fabric.
I don't know. His room got broken into. He may very well be dealing with anger issues right now.
Not right now. The next guy down the line, not so lucky.
I can be charming.
Mm-hmm.
I technically have the ability to be charming.
Powder is gonna help Praz try and wash off the paint from the wall, and then just go and sit with ReRun.
As you guys,
Take some work and some elbow grease, but
yeah, as he's cleaning it, as he starts cleaning it off, about halfway through, he'll just be like, "Where the fuck did they even get paint?" Because
Right?
as far as he knows, they didn't carry it with them onto the ship. Didn't know.
It's a very good question.
Are we sure it's paint?
you're pretty sure it's paint, yes.
Yeah, no. Yeah, it's paint.
All right, so we're telling them we heard that somebody's after your life and we want to help. We're acquaintances of
You don't have to throw the threaten of life in. Just that we heard through a particular avenue of information that we have, however you want to phrase that. I know you'll phrase it poorly, so however you want to. That bounty hunters were seeking information on him. And that we thought, because, yes, we know your wife. We don't have to know how we know her. I mean, we know her. She doesn't know us because she wasn't conscious at that time. But we don't have to say that.
I don't think I should say that part.
No. No, you shouldn't.
I feel like it would be bad for him to call a man up and tell him I knew his wife when she was unconscious.
Oh my
I feel
God.
like that would be bad for him.
Oh my God. You're the worst person in the world.
We rendered assistance previously.
No. We are
to-
friends. We are friends.
I feel like a glad hand being stuck out of nowhere is more suspicious than an opportunist.
You can pull off opportunists better. So, than friend, I assume. So, yes. That came off sounding worse than I intended, but I stand by it at the moment.
It's okay, I'm used to
it. But yes, you
Oh,
said
man.
that you
I
use
love this
that
crew.
as the avenue to
We're acquaintances.
sure.
Previously did work for your wife.
Mm-hmm.
Heard that there was some trouble brewing involving your name.
Right.
Wanted to see if there's anything we could do to offer assistance.
And we have further information, but we don't want to share it over communication ways, because then that's it. That's how we're going to actually get inside.
And presumably a rank of guards with blasters leveled at our heads.
More than likely.
Just so
You
we're
say that-
clear.
Not used to that.
Less used to that than you being snarky, yes. Alright. I sit in my chair, more like a captain sits in their chair. However, Sin thinks a captain sits in their chair. It does the Picardly. 'Cause
So you're intentionally going more Picard than Mal?
yes.
Okay.
Intentionally veering away from habits that he has picked up previously in life. And sends down a request for communication.
Nope.
To the secret research facility.
After a long pause, you get someone, a young, hair disheveled, sort of human, looks maybe 20 at the oldest. Hi, this person does not match the descriptions you've had of.
Do they just look confused?
Yeah, kind of looks like they were
How'd
not
you get this
expecting a
number?
call, which best guess.
Yes.
We're not
How do
expecting.
you know we exist?
How are you here? Hello. I am Sensaku, captain of the ship Nasari. We're looking for a Dorian Ross.
Doreen
Dorian.
doesn't.
Dorian Ross.
Dorian doesn't.
Dorian.
Dorian doesn't work here. Dorian doesn't exactly work here. He's kind of missing. What?
Well, then I guess this
Why
passes
are
on
you
to you.
looking for Dorian?
We're acquaintances of his wife. We heard that there was some trouble brewing and heading in his direction, and thought we'd offer assistance. But if he's missing, then I guess that trouble's already found him. And as I'm talking, I want to be judging the reaction on the look on this person's face.
Okay.
Like, does it seem like they're talking to somebody off screen and reacting as if, oh shit,
So that's going to be a cool roll, probably. Difficulty of 2.
like sort of, oh shit, I was making up a lie, but it turns out that might be legit. Cool roll difficulty 2. Yoink. 2 successes and a threat. Oh, hang on. Sorry, I don't have a. Why do I have a boost die?
With 2 successes? Yes, he does seem like he's glancing to someone off screen, but more in like the guy who was there to answer the phone kind of way, that I'm getting secret intel kind of way.
Okay. Yeah, and so we were hoping to potentially strike a deal and see if we could help him out, but if it seems like he's already gone missing, I guess we're too late.
I mean,
unless you guys are looking for
you're
him.
also pretty sure that your description doesn't match with his understanding.
So like
when you say, "Oh, I assume that trouble's already found him."
Yeah.
That doesn't match with whatever this person understands about Dorian going missing.
So like
you don't know how.
Okay.
But
yeah, so then I do end it on unless you folks are looking to find him and need some help. If it gives you any indication, we did find you.
yeah, you did, but it was a research accident. I mean, and he's glancing back at whoever's off screen. If you're what do you want? What are you offering? I guess. I don't know. He's clearly arguing with the person off screen at the same time.
Ooh, well, we were trying to find Mr. Ross. So that's kind of what our end goal was.
I'm a lab assistant, not a And actually, the person who's off screen, you see, you just see the back of someone's head as they come in, say something that the microphone doesn't seem to quite pick up,
Mm-hmm.
and I go, "Yeah, okay, you guys can land. We're not supposed to look at that stuff. You do whatever you're supposed to be doing here. That." I just need the credits.
Lux has grabbed her data pad and she holds something up and it says, say hold please, and then put them on hold.
Okay, I can't tell what is
Give me a
actually
minute.
on your iPad.
It's just my iPad. I tried actually
Yeah.
doing that and I
Yeah.
I don't have like a
Yeah.
Word app on it.
But that's fine.
Give
I
us
really wanted to have it.
give us a moment, and I'm just gonna hold the call. However, space hold works.
Okay, you put them on space hold.
Space hold.
It's hold. Star hyper hold.
It's just
Oh my god.
Hollow hold.
I put them on hold.
you temporarily end the call.
Yes.
That works.
So that group is the worst. If this is some top secret super military operation, these are the worst top secret super military people I've ever seen in my life.
I don't think it's military. I think it's industrial. But regardless,
I think that they're the two stupidest top secret industrial people I've ever seen in my life, too.
yeah. Well, that's fair. Either that or they just.
I don't
genuinely
think it's
know.
top secret as much as nobody cares. But
That very well may be it.
yeah, we should go down and at least talk and see if we can get a lead.
At the very least, we'll find out what's going on and why this particular intern is so squirrely.
Uh-huh.
Resume. Hail again.
Okay. And you see him actually get shoved back in front of the camera.
Oh my god.
Hi. Yeah. Like I said, you can land whatever.
Just give us a landing. Fuck. What's the term? No, that's me. That's me, the player.
Landing coordinates,
Landing-
landing codes.
Landing.
Permission?
Authorization.
No, it's.
You get the thing. I'm not exactly sure what you're looking for, but
landing-
whatever
it's
you're looking
similar
for
to
is
coordinates,
land.
but not correct. But not quite. But landing.
I know what you mean. The
landing solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. So. Give me the landing coordinates, basically.
Yeah. He gestures off panel and then sort of tries to reach for something before getting pushed back in front of the camera. They should be sending that to your ship right now.
I look over at Lux.
I look at the ship.
Yeah, you got them. They seem
Thumbs up.
We'll be down in just a few minutes.
okay.
And
He goes
in the
back
call.
to fighting with people off camera.
In the call. Why do I feel like he's a
He
hostage?
is adorable. I am going to destroy him if there's a chance he knows anything at all.
I feel like he's a hostage.
Kraz walks into the cockpit.
People being
I feel like-
people being shoved into view makes me think hostage.
I feel like he is the PR intern.
And the PR people were shot.
And the PR people are hiding behind a ficus right now. I'm sorry, I had to.
I mean, I don't think that guy had an intern. Or at least, actually, he may have, but never mind. I'm not good at My things.
I go to land.
Oh, God, I love this crew. I'm so glad I'm in this game with y'all. This is
I mean, I'm serious. If there's even if when we get there, if I have any even remote suspicion that he knows anything, it's
Yeah.
gonna be like just the tiniest little twig that just begs you to snap it.
Please don't snap the intern.
I would just have to heal the intern.
I'm sure someone needs
You
him
can't
somewhere.
heal his soul.
I'm
Here's the
sure.
thing
But
about
I can
interns.
try.
No one actually needs them. They are
Someone,
entirely disposable.
someone does, just maybe not at their job. All right, we
So
land.
Yeah.
Praz walks into the cockpit and
Or go into land.
asks,
And then get
Have
shot down by
you-
turbo lasers.
You go in, land on a landing pad. No one comes out to greet you or anything.
So, my mind is on hostage situation. Lux is on incompetence. Praz?
I just got in here.
Incompetent hostages, maybe? Hedge your bets?
I've been in my room cleaning off the shit that somebody decided to
Oh, yeah.
to write on it.
Where'd they get paint from?
That's what I fucking said.
We don't have any paint on this ship.
Fucking
You
sorcerer.
assume they had a small bag on their belt,
Yeah.
as most people do in this universe.
So, are we sure? Is this
remember
your
this. Remember this next
someone
time you
in your
ask questions
family
about my plot
pissed
holes.
at you? Or
They kind of dodged the question on if there's any internal stuff, but I guess
I
I
mean, to
told
me,
them where I
that
was.
usually means yes.
yeah. Yeah.
Not always. It's not something that you should place a bet on, but
Let's
that was usually the point that I started digging.
let's go be problem solvers, shall we?
Sure. So yeah, on the way to the hangar, really quick catch Prez up on what we saw in our communications with that poor PR guy.
They did mention something about an experimental accident, so it could very well be that our man is dead, not missing. Or mutated into a horrendous monster that wants to eat human flesh.
Jesus
And at
Christ, you
that
mixed it
moment,
up.
the said intern guy actually does walk out, kind of. Hi, I'm supposed to. Hey, my name is
I continue walking towards him.
Yes.
I do
follow.
too. I-
Speaker. Oh, I'm sorry. And he absolutely lets you walk right past him.
It's okay. I don't walk past him. I walk right up to him. I put my arm around his shoulder. I'm sorry. What was your name again?
Darius.
Darius?
Yeah.
Darius. My name is Lux. Thank you for welcoming us. And I just start walking with
Can I
him,
check if he's injured?
doing the put him
What?
at ease.
Cat
him.
wants to check and see if he's injured while they're walking.
Oh, Kat, make me a medicine check, difficulty of 2. Okay. And Lex, you can make me a charm roll.
Yep.
Success and advantage.
Injured might not be the right word. Not entirely. All the influence of all substances might be a more appropriate term.
Difficulty.
Okay.
Difficulty also standard of 2.
Okay.
Let the pheromones wash over you.
Because because
Though we do
Powder-
need to see how Lux rolls to determine exactly how Powder interprets this.
Oh. Smash it.
Not.
Success, 3 advantage, and a triumph.
It actually showed up because I didn't.
Yeah, it showed up for us.
That's
Yeah.
Shut up.
for me.
Sorry.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you got a success, 3 advantages, and a triumph, which is plenty.
I'm just very calmly taking him and wrapping him around us.
Though it does seem like whatever it is, may be influenced by Lux's presence, so maybe it's hormones.
I was gonna say Powder would say in binary because they know that Lux can understand that.
There we are.
I think he's drugged.
I sort of stop at that, turn around and look at Powder. Look back at the kid.
Lux is doing her thing with the kid, who doesn't seem to.
I just look
doesn't
over.
notice
I
how-
look over. Throw. Send a look. The look of you know exactly what I'm doing.
Now I understand
And
what the context was. Yeah.
There's a brief moment of that, and then my attention is right back to poor Doria.
I turn and
Lux,
keep walking.
given that you're the one enacting this, you can also make me a medicine check of difficulty too.
Okay. Actually,
Wait, did my medicine check happen before or after Lux started doing craziness?
It was a confirmation of an individual. Well, so it wasn't necessarily before or after.
Okay.
Hey, look, we found something that can be worse than four failures on 2 dice. 3 failures and a threat.
No, that's 3
3
advantages.
failures and 3 advantages on my screen.
I'm talking about the negatives.
Oh,
the negative
yeah.
dice.
That's true.
I mean, I think 4 failures
Yep.
is still worse, but
It depends on what you're concerned about. And what you're rolling against, which in this case, Lux, this guy does seem to be influenced by your hormones, and you're fairly confident that that is all that is going on, and that is what Powder noticed.
Okay.
continue into the building. And I'm looking to see if there are strangely overly armed guards, like, right there inside.
Nope. The building's actually, aside from this guy, empty, basically, in the area you can currently see. There's a corridor leading down, a few labeled offices.
I will wait and turn.
Like one of those plants that is, you're not sure if it's fake or real, but it's definitely from a therapist's office originally.
There's a ficus.
Is it a
there.
ficus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a ficus.
We love a good ficus.
Space ficus.
I stop and turn and wait for Lux and the others to catch up.
Yep.
He, you managed to have him pretty distinctly under your sway at this moment.
Wonderful. So yes, I'm just, asking him all about what he does here, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Essentially, for one, confirming what we all suspect, and 2, pretty much just drawing his attention away so that Zen has less eyeballs should he need to do whatever it is he needs to do.
He doesn't do any of the more sensitive stuff. Mostly he's the kind of intern that fetches coffee and gets drinks played on him.
We all start somewhere. I'm sure that you have a lot more than that to offer.
His parents run a farm, and they really kind of wanted him to explore, and he was happy to.
This poor boy. Yeah.
Okay. You're not currently in the process of murdering the intern, I'm assuming?
No, I am not. I am in the I am in the process of more or less just being all over him right now. In as
He makes
not
one vague
ropey
mention
of a
of
way
how
as possible.
it's a little easy to get lost. I'm supposed to show you around, but like
Of course,
basically completely. You rolled a triumph on that.
So
This poor
as
bastard's gonna
as
get
they
fired.
walk in, I just very loudly go,
Huh? Oh, yes.
"Where are the other folks here, kid?"
I mean, I'm sure there's some people in the labs. There's a few guys in the break room. Some of them are probably still by the comms because you guys.
Maria, what about the
I
people that were telling you what to do on the call? Where are they? On
I mean, like, probably still with the comms. They're just kind of jerks, and I'm newer, that sort of thing.
how about who's in charge?
I mean, it was Mr. Ross before he, I guess had an accident.
Went missing.
What kind of accident?
You guys can come by my office. We're not supposed to talk about in like the halls and stuff.
Oh, of course.
Like they do the whole thing where they show you all the videos of all the ways that you're not supposed to tell information to people.
Right. Yes, of course. So you have your own office. How nice.
Yeah, I mean, everyone does kind of because they're combo office sleeping quarters. And he takes you down one hallway.
So not really an office. Got it. She doesn't say that.
There is an office front area to it. He did not invite you to his bedroom. It's just that
Right.
Yet.
I mean, that's because I haven't asked. Let's be honest.
Yes, you did, unless you have specifically asked. He just takes all of you to.
I mean,
They all see. It seems to be a pretty cookie cutter standard. There's a door which you assume leads into probably private quarters. It's a small office area with a little standard issue couch, small kitchenette to it. Water, tea, anything.
water's fine.
Okay. He pours that. Actually, Lux, do you let him pay attention to Sen for long enough to hear that?
Yes, no, absolutely.
He pours the water for you and gets basic beverages for anyone else who may ask. And then sort of sits down at the.
Lux says, "No, that's fine. I have everything I need right now."
What do you want to know about Dorian's accident?
What happened?
I don't know all the details. I wasn't actually there. I hear that they had some stuff going that he thought was really promising, so he, like, sort of in the middle of the night tried to do it so he could get credit, or do it first. Some of the other senior guys were a little angry about it, but he disappeared, and they know he didn't go off planet, and they don't think he took his research with him. So,
what was he researching exactly?
Well, like, I don't really get it. We get these mineral shipments, and there's this kind of residue, and it interacts with certain compounds that are found in organic. And he starts explaining this in a very technical way, but also in a way that's like he's parodying it from a textbook. Not like
Right.
he doesn't understand it, but like he doesn't know how to explain it to someone who doesn't understand
So
it.
we're all hearing.
No, it's higher than that.
I was gonna
Okay,
say, cat.
before we get into a Charlie Brown fight, let's see if anyone's not hearing Charlie Brown noises. This is an education check, difficulty 2.
Okay.
For anyone who would like to understand what he's saying.
Sure, why not?
Hey,
We'll give
Two
it.
successes.
Oh, I know nothing.
I got a threat.
Wow.
Books are bad.
3
No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
3 failures and 5 advantage.
the jock is the only one that knows.
I mean,
Well, you know, my memory's
you're
fucked
not
up.
in a room with Praz, but you do actually understand the basics of what he's talking about. Basically, you're trying to simplify each of the words individually and then translate the sentence, and that's actually working for you pretty well. This stuff seems to bind to both those animals and not animals and can produce similar effects. It seems to be used produce some natural camouflage properties when it's found naturally in mammal species, so they're trying to replicate that for like ships and.
So you're working on
He's
you're working on an alternate to cloaking technology that doesn't rely on whatever the crystals that we had previously talked about were.
You're not actually sure if it would rely on the same basic crystals or not, because you're not familiar enough with how those crystals work.
I'm thinking that it sounds like from what you described they're trying to find a alternative to cloaking technology.
Or actually, as a pilot, you would know cloaking technology generally only works on a very large scale.
Yeah.
With a few notable exceptions that you are generally not aware of, but
yeah,
people out of universe may be aware of. This seems like something that could be applied to individuals or smaller frame ships.
Yeah. So smaller scale cloaking technology.
Personal cloaking.
Yeah.
Personal invisibility. Shield.
And if Sen voices that aloud, Lux, you would clearly understand the
Yeah,
implications.
and he does. He basically, after the explanation, he goes, so you're trying to make small scale cloaking technology.
Yeah, like they don't want us to say it, but that's basically what they're researching.
Perhaps you said he disappeared.
What? You guys want too.
Huh?
Mr. Ross. You said he
Not
disappeared.
Ross, just yeah. I mean, I have a pet theory that it was literal, but no one believes me because I'm just.
Powder will look, the eyes will spin.
I feel
I
like
believe.
I feel like somebody working on cloaking technology disappearing. There's 2 ways that happens, and one of them is fairly obvious.
Oh,
Are you
is Lux okay?
Yes. Lux is this poor, stupid boy. Have you considered the possibility that has anybody at this facility, you think, considered the possibility that it wasn't really an accident and was a staged accident?
Well, it's not like they really tell me anything. Most of what I know, they sort of don't notice that they talk in front of me sometimes. Not because I'm actually invisible. I mean, I should probably clarify that because of what we're talking about.
Powder will put their arms
Lux
out.
did not literally do that. That was in her head.
No, but Powder will put their arms out. Hug.
He looks confused and looks at Lux.
I reach over
Powder
and
likes giving hugs.
put Powder's arms down.
It's fun.
But that's not very professional.
Okay.
The droid's
okay.
got some malfunctions.
Yeah.
So
Who's in charge now?
I don't.
That would actually be my next question.
Everyone being flabbergasted. That's where we're going to end for the night.
All right. Well, we have been Final Show Films. We produce a wide variety of content every day of the week. You can check us out on our website at finalshowfilms.com. You can also check us out on our Patreon page at patreon.com/fsfilms. If you'd like to support us financially, you can do so there. Thank you to all of our patrons, including Chris, our $25 tier supporters, Chris Comfort, Antitonic, and Cat Waterflame. Thank you to everybody watching on Twitch. Remember, we are Twitch affiliates, so you can subscribe to us here on Twitch if you like. You can also go donate bits in the chat if you are enjoying the content and you want to give us a tip. Feel free to do that. We appreciate that. Also, spread the word. We are at, I think we're at like 200 some odd followers on Twitch. We're at a number of followers on Twitch, and if we get to 500. That means
235.
There we go. Yeah. So
damn.
little over 250 more followers, and we can become Twitch partners, which means that we get a bigger cut of whatever you guys give us. So if you want to make sure that if you want to maximize the effectiveness of your donations and subscriptions, be sure to tell more people about us and get them over here. As a reminder, those of you that follow me on Twitter, and if you don't, you should at John A. Bates because I give all the announcements. We have a 24-hour stream happening tomorrow. Actually, 12 hours from now, we begin our 24-hour stream.
Yup.
And it's going to be opening up in the morning with some Overwatch. It's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
So be sure to tune in, and we're
You
celebrating.
get to hear me swear a lot.
We're celebrating 3 years of Final Show Films, so be sure to tune in and celebrate with us. Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe below. And we also want to thank the folks over at 411mania.com. Whoever feels like taking it, tell me about 411mania.com.
411mania.com is a pop culture site that covers everything you might be interested in as a geek, whether it's or even not as a geek. Let's be honest, just pop culture stuff in general. But I like tailoring it towards geeks. Whether it's movies, music, television, comic books, wrestling, video games, MMA, we cover all of it with news, commentary, opinions. If you're going to be curious how well the Dark Tower does this weekend, we will have that box office report up on Sunday. All of the news for the upcoming WWE pay-per-view, SummerSlam, all the latest of what ridiculous nonsense is going down with Global Force Wrestling / TNA / Impact / call it whatever the fuck you want. All music, news, blah 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 blah, brain stop.
All the news that's
and
fit to make you go.
yeah, pretty much, and fit that make you go, ooh, that's interesting. We just posted the trailer for Mr. Robot Season 3 for fans of that show.
There you go.
And of course, all the Final Show film stuff. So check it out, 411mania.com.
All right. So yeah, come check us out. Check them out there. We appreciate them, and we also appreciate all of you watching. And we'll see you all next time. Say goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Goodbye.